We have a few anglers already starting to show up here at the tanks. But before we get underway, last night there was an auction that Central Prime hosted, and $8,100 were raised. And I want to thank everybody that was involved in that for supplying items, all the anglers who did show up for a good cause. I want to touch up, since last year we have a few new sponsors, some old sponsors coming back. I want to acknowledge all those folks. First, Jason Parsons of Ranger Boats. As you can see, the fine Ranger sitting right there, leaning right up against that Ranger boat, building tricks along. It's good to see you guys both, have you both back. It's been too long without you. We're glad to see you back here. Mercury Motors, Seaguar Line, Pinnaker Chevrolet in Branson and Republic, Mustad Hooks, Bullet Waste, Pro Guide Batteries, Spin and Feather Sports Shop, Razor Rods, Branson Tourism Center, Branson.com, Locker Bar, Tournament Fishing Radio, Jewel Baits, Championship Marine Reel Trophies, Taxidermy, the PAA, Cast, Ulrich Marine. Tony is over here with the Ulrich Marine live release boat. We're going to put these fish right back in Table Rock Lake because you know what? In about 6 weeks they're going to be spawning and we need those little baby fish. Tony, thanks for being here. He's also got the service truck on the other side of him as well. Ozark Bait and Tackle, Bob's Machine Shop, Lock and Haul, Anpac, Pro Patterns, O'Reilly, Oakley, Lew's, Bass Pro, and Lucky Strike. Also want to thank the folks here at Kimberling Inn. Will always be here. It's a permanent, Central Prime and the Kimberling Inn at Ahoy's is a permanent fixture. Kenny, what do you think? You ready to bring some fish?
Yeah, let's go.
You want to do that?
Let's get it going.
They're coming up the hill right now. First angler to come up, it's going to be fishing on the pro side from Bella Vista, Arkansas, Justin McClellan. Come on up here, Justin. How are you today, sir?
Pretty good.
5 in the bag?
No, I only got 3 today. Let 2 good ones get off of the boat. So.
Did that on purpose? You just being a nice guy?
I was. I decided not to put it on them too bad today.
You got 3 in the bag. These new bags, you can't see the fish inside them, but it protects the fish, so it's good. These 3 are going to go 8.15 pounds, 8.15 pounds. You're going to tell us what you were doing to catch these fish and what you're using to throw them back in the lake as well.
I was catching them on really good all week on a wigglewort, and that kind of changed the water. The water cooled down about 5 to 7 degrees today, so it really put a damper on what I was doing. I was making a real long run to get to where I was going, so it kind of limited how long I could stay there. And about 10 o'clock, they completely quit biting, so that was the end of the day.
You gonna be fishing tomorrow?
We'll see. I'm kind of still thinking about it. I really want revenge on those fish out there because that's 2 Saturdays in a row they've let me down.
All right, Justin, thanks for fishing with us. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip right here. Up next, fishing on the pro side from Rockaway Beach, Missouri, Mr. Buster Loving. How are you, Buster? Doing good. How many in the bag today? 3 in the bag. Do you have a chance at the limit?
No, I blew my motor right on takeoff this morning, so I just got to go in circles out here all day.
And still able to scratch out 3. They're going to go 8.41 pounds, 8.41 pounds. What did you do to catch these fish today? Or are you fishing tomorrow?
I'm fishing tomorrow, but I caught them on the grub.
Staying close, fishing on the grub. Last year, that was like the hot bait that was going on in a lot of these Highland Reservoir lakes. This year, is it as good as it has been in years past?
Yeah, it's walking pretty good.
All right, Buster, we look forward to seeing you right back up here tomorrow. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip. Up next, fishing on the pro side from Republic, Missouri, Mr. Jeff Durr. Hi, Jeff. How are you today?
Good, doing good.
How many in the bag?
5.
It's our first 5-fish limit right here. First 5-fish limit. Jeff, pretty good bag of fish right here, buddy. How about 11.33 pounds? What's going on out there?
I've had 2 fish up until about 2:15. Found a little 100-yard stretch bank and made it work for 3 more. Finish it out.
What were you doing to catch your fish? You going to give us that today, or are you fishing tomorrow?
We're fishing tomorrow, so we're going.
Can I ask if you made a long run or stayed close?
Pretty long.
Pretty long run. All right, Jeff, we're going to see how that goes. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip. Up next, fishing on the amateur side from West Plains, Missouri, Mr. Johnny Robinson. Hi, Johnny. How are you, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing great. We're already seeing fish. Weighing 1 for big. Is this the big fish right here? Or is there more than 1 in there right now?
More than 1.
This is the one. This is the one. And is that right? How about this? How about 8.17 pounds on that big fish? How many more you got to go with it?
I got 2 more to go with it.
Grab that fish out real quick. This is why you come to Table Rock in March. Step right up there and smile big, Johnny. That is a Table Rock giant largemouth.
Yeah.
2 more to go with it. Are any of them close to that size?
I got about 3 pound smallmouth.
This is an impressive stringer right here. On the amateur side, you can only weigh in 3 fish. And this is a real strong one. How about this? 13.95 pound. New leader on the amateur side, Mr. Johnny Robinson. Talk to me, buddy. What went on out there today?
We only caught 10 keeper fish all day. Me and my crew, you know. Wigglewort.
It's a good. Did you catch that big fish on the wigglewort?
Sure did.
That's a pretty fun way to catch an 8-pounder.
It was. It was. Really.
All right, most important question. Is that going to be enough to hold up and win this thing?
I hope so.
Well, we're going to find out. Johnny, hey, there he is, currently on the amateur side, Mr. Johnny Robinson. Up next, fishing on the pro side from Highlandville, Missouri, Mr. Josh Tate. How are you, big fella?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. 5 in the bag?
Just 2.
2 in the bag. 2 in the bag. I can't see anymore, so I have to ask. 5.70 pounds. 5.70 pounds. What's going on in the lake?
I don't know. It's pretty tough for me today. Been catching them, but I don't know.
Weather, the rain.
I guess, and it seemed like it cooled off a little. Just rough on both of us.
Thank you for fishing with us. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip right there. Up next, fishing on the pro side from Springfield, Missouri, Mr. Jim Lovin. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Look at, did you already see? I already got to weigh in an 8-pounder today.
I saw that. That's pretty impressive.
You don't have one in there, do you?
I got 3 that weighed 8 pounds, I think.
Hey, you know what? How about this? 3 fish are going to go 8.20 pounds. What we're hearing a lot of guys saying it changed. Was it from the weather? What's going on? What have you found out? I know you've been down here fishing this week.
Yeah, my better fish, I think, pulled out on me. I was catching some good fish in practice. I caught a lot of fish today. Caught fish everywhere I went. But I just couldn't get good bites to get put with those 3 I got. So it's pretty disappointing.
We've seen 1 limit on the pro side, 1 limit on the amateur side. Kind of expecting some big bags today. Do you think they're still out there, still coming in?
Yeah, I think so. I think some guys will catch some good fish. I would be surprised if they take 18, 20 pounds.
We're going to find out. Hey, Jim, thanks for fishing with us. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip right over here. Up next, fishing on the amateur side from Ozark, Missouri, Mr. Jim Lewis. How are you, Jim? Hey, I'm doing wonderful. We got fish coming across the stage. We got smiling faces. What more can you ask for?
Third fish.
A 3rd fish. That means you only got 2 in the bag. And they're going to go 5.57 pounds. Pretty good bag of fish, though. Did you ever have a chance for that 3rd fish?
Yes, to the boat.
More than 1 time or just once?
Just once.
That's enough. You know it only takes 3 for the limit, right?
Yeah.
What can you tell me? What are you fishing tomorrow?
No.
What did you lose that fish on?
Stick bait.
Sometimes it's tough to keep them buttoned sometimes. Jim, thanks for fishing with us. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip right over here. Up next, fishing on the pro side from Springfield, Missouri, Mr. Greg Dishman. How are you, big fella?
Good, good.
Good to see you up here. How many in the bag today?
Just got 3.
He's going to weigh 1 for big. This is why we call you Big Dish. How about this? 6.16 pounds on that big fish, and 2 more to go with it.
Yep.
Did you ever have a chance for those other 2 fish?
No, the bite was pretty slow for me all day long.
Well, here we go. These 3 today. Boy, these are some solid fish there. Dish. How about 11.65 pounds? 11.65 pounds. Is that big fish going to hold up for you today?
No, that won't hold up at all. I got lucky on that big fish. Buster's broke down and got a hold of me and needed some help, and so he wanted to fish another 20 minutes before I brought him in, so I pulled up on a point over pretty close to him and went throwing a stick bait over there. Next thing you know, a big fish hit, so I owe that to Buster.
He's telling you, don't come get me too quick, but you're able to catch a 6-pounder, so it works out.
That's exactly right.
Dish, thanks for fishing with us, buddy. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip right over here. Up next, fishing on the amateur side from Fayetteville, Arkansas, Mr. Mark Mahaffey. How are you, buddy?
Good.
Good to see. It has been a chilly day. But you know what? Sun's creeping out. It's going to be good today. Going to weigh in 1 today. It's going to go. Boy, this is a quality fish, Mark. How about 4.38 pounds? 4.38 pounds. What'd you catch it on?
Caught that one on a jig.
On a jig. There's really only 4 baits you need this time of year: a jerk bait, a jig, a wigglewort, and a grub. Is that correct?
Yep. We fished them all, too.
Mark, hey, thanks for fishing with us, buddy. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip. Up next, fishing on the pro side from Norman, Oklahoma, Mr. Bill Stever. How are you, sir?
I'm great. I'm cold.
Yes, your hand was cold.
I haven't warmed up all day.
Gonna weigh 1 in today for, this one's gonna go 3.81 pounds, 3.81 pounds. I'm gonna tell you what, I could probably stand here and ask you 20 questions, but just ask one. How'd you catch your fish?
On crankbaits, KVD crankbaits.
It's been a popular bait this spring.
It worked out great today for me, but I just couldn't get any more. And then I missed a couple of good fish too on the jig. So those are two on my part.
Well, here's my recommendation. Go get those hands warm. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip. Up next, fishing on the amateur side from Stockton, Missouri, Mr. John Novak. Hi, John. How are you today, buddy? You got 3 in the bag today. That's an amateur limit. Leading right now on the amateur side is 13.95 pounds, but this is a fine bag of fish. How about this? 8.17 pounds. 8.17 pounds going to move you up into second place right now. Think that's going to hang on for a while, or you think there's some big bags still behind you?
I think there's some big bags back there. I'll see today. I don't think we'll hold it.
I think you're going to get it checked, John. So make sure you get your weigh-in slip right over here. Thanks for fishing with us. Up next, fishing on the pro side from Bakersfield, Missouri, Mr. Gail Julian. Hi, buddy. How are you? I want to say thank you for sponsoring Central Prime like you always do. Define Jewel Products, and you got 1 for big today.
Yeah.
This 1 big 6 point. Chris, is it 6.16 leading on the pro side? 6.16 is leading big bass on the pro side, but it's not anymore. How about this? 6.64 pounds on that big fish. How many more you got to go with it?
I've got 4 more, actually.
So that's a 5-fish limit.
That is fine. I learned to count like that in kindergarten, too. Just like
Your favorite time of the year to fish is in the winter, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
These 5 today. Hang on. Here we go. 5 fish today, going to go 19.64 pounds. Mr. Gail Julian currently leading on the pro side. Grab a couple of those fish out of that bag. This is why you come to Table Rock. This is why you come to Table Rock early in the year, because this is the kind of magic that can happen. Smile big, Mr. Julian. Some quality, fine-looking Table Rock largemouth. I will ask him what he caught him on, but first question is that going to be enough to hold up on this thing?
Oh, I doubt it. I ran into Kelly a little while ago, and I think he's got a bigger set than this.
Bigger than 1965?
I believe so.
Well, we're going to find out. I promise you that. We'll have an answer to that by the end of the day. And then the second question is, Junior's already hollered it across this way. What'd you catch your fish on?
Well, really, I owe a lot of this to Junior Stewart and Lance Williams. So they kind of put me on what to do and what I need to be throwing. And Lance brought them to me this morning, and I tied them on, and it worked. So I'll tell you more about tomorrow if it works tomorrow.
So you are fishing tomorrow. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I am.
All right, Gail, there he is, currently leading on the pro side, Mr. Gail Julian. Up next, fishing on the amateur side from Springfield, Missouri, Mr. Tom Lloyd. How are you, big fella?
Not too bad, huh?
Weighing 1 for big.
Yes.
1 for big, going to go 5.68 pounds. You got any more fish to go with that?
1 more.
1 more. Currently leading on the amateur side is 13.95. It's going to have to be a real big one.
That ain't that big.
These 2 fish today for Tom are going to go 8.22 pounds. 8.22 pounds. Tom, hey, thanks for fishing with us. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip. Up next, fishing on the pro side from West Plains, Missouri, Mr. Junior Stewart. Come on up here, Junior. Junior, it's good to see you back, buddy. It's been a long time. We're glad to have you back. How was your day on Table Rock?
Well, I had a limit today, so I was pleased to catch 5.
It's always good to catch that limit. Those five in the bag today are going to go. Pretty nice bag of fish, Junior. 14-14. 14-14. Right now, I believe that's good enough for second place.
Well, then I'm behind Gale.
Yes, about 5 pounds.
Okay. Well, he outdid me on my crankbait.
Junior, hey, thanks for fishing with us. Make sure you get your weigh-in slip right over here.